this is Annoo and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. We are in mid-January and I thought I would come to you with a slightly different video today. I have been seeing all around the net and all around YouTube those everything I need in 2024, and I thought honestly I would come to you with a video like that. And then as I was watching them, I just realized that I didn't enjoy them as much as I did before in years prior, and I was trying to figure out why and what was bothering me, and I think that it was too overwhelming for me. Oh, it's my channel, so I'm talking about my own experience. But this year I found myself just pausing after 5 minutes of the video and not enjoying it as much. It was too much, too fast. And for me, knitting is all about taking your time and not comparing yourself to others. Very important. And doing everything at your own pace. So I decided not to do it. I'm not going to do it. What I will do, though, is taking you with me once in a while to the store and just presenting you with one garment at a time and talking about the yarn I use and my experience knitting it, or, you know, all kind of things, the yarn I used doing it, if I liked it, if I didn't like it. But yeah, so that is what I decided. But for today, I thought, first of all, I would show you my Whitmore. It's done. Look how beautiful it is. Ooh, ooh. Oh, I love it so, so much. I decided to do the tapered sleeve a little longer. It's a little modification that I did. I stopped the decreases about here, did it a little longer than I usually do, and then rapid decrease and a little bit of a ribbing cuff. And I love it so much. It is very warm, so I'm not sure I'm going to make the whole video with it, but I wanted to show it to you. That was, if you remember, my birthday cast on, and yeah, and it went pretty fast because it is on 4mm. I used 4mm, which is US 6 needles to create it, and then the lace and holding it double makes it go faster. Anyway, it was very enjoyable for me, and I wasn't trying to finish it at, you know, in a certain amount of time. Again, we are going back and emphasis to no pressure at all. Knitting is my hobby and my job. For my job, because I own the yarn store, the Ravelry Stitch, I have a lot of pressure and deadlines and things to do, and, you know, even though I enjoy it thoroughly, this is in that realm of thing. My hobby, what I do when I come home, what I choose to do when I come home, should be relaxing, and so I do not put any pressure on myself, any deadlines, any I should do or I should finish by, or so that's very important. Yeah, so yeah, I am way too hot. I think I'm going to take this off. So that's the cashmere. I use Cardiff cashmere for that, and Anzula Hazy. We have more details about this sweater in previous videos, but let me take it off because it's too hot. And then I can show it to you. Excuse me. And then I can show it to you in all its glory. I wish you could feel how soft it is. But look how beautiful. Yep, this is the border right there. This is the sleeve when I'm not wearing it. Oh, such a beautiful sweater. I can see myself making it again. And I usually, well, that's not true. I do like to do things. I do like to make things more than once if I really, really like them. So anyway, back. focus on. So what I thought I would do is share with you my dream knit for 2025. So again, so those are all the things that I would love to knit in 2025, but not necessarily. It might be in 2026, 2027. You know, destiny is willing. If I have the time to knit in 2026, 2027, those things will be, and those things will still be on my list. Again, no pressure to make them or not make them. I'm not going to be disappointed if I don't make them. Those are just things that I find absolutely gorgeous and I would love to knit in the future. So we'll call it Dream List 2025, but it's Dream List this year, as for now. And my dream list might change in a month because that's the way I am. I am very influenceable. How do you say that? Very easily inspired by beautiful things. Let's put it this way. Without further ado, I'm going to go on my Ravelry, and you can go on my Ravelry too, where I created bundles. So let me go on my Ravelry. So the way I named this bundle is Dream Makes 2025, but as I said, it could be Dream Makes in the 2020s. And they are randomly organized. So I'm going to begin with the first one that I have. And I had it actually on my Dream Make last year too. And it is the Cardigan Cocoon by Anne Wenzel. First of all, Anne Wenzel is a top-notch designer. I love almost everything she does. But this Cardigan Cocoon is talking to me because I love oversized things. When you look at it from far away, you're like, oh, okay, it's just a super long, oversized cardigan. But then if you zoom in, there is a little bit of a honeycomb design. Actually, not a little bit, there is a honeycomb design that goes throughout the whole garment. And it is knitted with some mohair. You know how much I love mohair. It was published in March 2020, so a while ago. And it says it's a coat jacket. Yes, basically. So large. And it's 2 yarns held together. It's Filcolana Tilia and Filcolana Saga. I'm sure one of those is a mohair. I am not very familiar with Filcolana. I know it's from Italy. And yes, it says lace plus lace. It's 19 stitches and 24 rows. That's the gauge. So that's like a DK for me. And they're using US 8 and US 6, so 5mm and 4mm needles. So very doable. I cannot see myself doing something like large like that with smaller needles. 3/4 sleeve. It has cables. So that's probably how you make this honeycomb thing. Yeah, Cardigan Cocoon is a soft and fluffy cardigan with a simple and elegant honeycomb cable pattern. The cardigan is worked from the top down. Awesome. I love when it's worked from the top down. That's my favorite way of knitting. First, the neck edge for the back of the neck is worked. Then the back section of the yoke is worked down from there. After these, stitches are picked up along the back shoulder for the front sections of the yoke. The back and front are joined at the bottom of the armhole, and the body is worked back and forth across all stitches to the hem. So it's a cardigan. You're not going to be working in the round unless you're sticking, and there's no sticking there. You could though. Finally, stitches are picked up for the sleeves along the armhole, and the sleeves are worked in the round to the cuffs. I have plenty of yarn I could use for that. And yeah, in love. What do you think? I love. So that's my first one. My second one, oh, so gorgeous, guys. It's called Orbits by Rachel Ilsley or Isley. Sorry if I butcher names today. It was published in November 2021. And I love the way the color work is so dainty. It's not in your face color work. It's almost like a a chime that would go down. Oh, I think it's so feminine and so edgy at the same time. I love it. It is cocoon yarn fingering with merino. So it's a fingering yarn that she used for that, and for the color work is 24 stitches and 38 rows for the gauge. She uses US 3 and US 2, so 3.25 millimeter needles and 2.75 millimeter needles. Circular yoke in the round, top down. There are some short rows in it, but oh, look at this! Look at the sleeves. And I love those colors. So if I do it, I think I would stick to those colors. For the Cardi cocoon that I saw before, I probably would use a caramel color. But this, I really like this. Yeah. Oh, there are how many projects? 581 projects so far. So that is a lot, so very popular. Let me go back to the Cardi cocoon and see how many projects we have on that one, because I forgot to tell you that. For the Cardi, 484 projects. Wow, very popular. All right, so the next one is a project that would take me the rest of my life to make, but one can dream, and I would love to have this in my living room. And it is the Woodland Animals shawl. Here is the picture, guys. Oh. Woodland Animals shawls by Janice Hope. Look how stunning. It was published in January 2021. She used Knit Picks Capra DK and Knit Picks Wool of the Andes support, 1 each, so 20 stitches and about 24 rows. Gauge. It's stranded color work. She uses US 4 3.5 millimeter, and yeah. Oh, in the round. Oh, so is she sticking it? Sweet woodland animals pop out in the graphic ever-changing floral brocade pattern on this shawl. You will love knitting up through the different animals. The shawl is worked up in a long tube. Oh my god, that might be my first sticking ever. Okay, so there's no back and forth color work. Ooh. Because, you know, back and forth color work while purling can be tricky sometimes. And if you do in the round, you just knit and do your color work. Ha 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 ha. Which is then sticked, and the knit casing is worked to cover the raw stick edge. For some help on the stitching of the casing, please check out my YouTube. Awesome, I will. Oh, yes, this is a large shawl. It is entirely possible to work it up in a smaller yarn, smaller gauge for a smaller version. You can also use this pattern to make a throw size or toddler bed size. Okay. The first colorway uses Capra DK, 15 skin black and 11 cream. I'll show you the first colorway. And then the second colorway, which is burgundy, I think, uses Wool of the Andes Sport by Knit Picks, 13 skeins of white, 3 each of Winter Nights, Sapphire, and Solstice. Oh no, that's the dark blue one. There is also a burgundy one that I saw, I think, somewhere. Anyway, they are both so gorgeous. Oh, can you believe how gorgeous that is? I mean, can you imagine having this? Oh, and then wrapping yourself in that when you're a little cold and chilly. I mean, ooh, there is a picture where she wears it almost as a kind of poncho, or what, I don't know, you call those big used wraps, and then she puts a belt around. It's gorgeous. Ay. Oh, look, there's 15,649 projects. Maybe I live under a rock, but before this year, I don't think I had ever seen this. I must live under a rock. Yeah, it was published in 2021, right? Yeah. Can you believe it? Already 4 years ago? Yikes. All right, so that's the next one. Let's see. What is the next project? And that is a little bit in the same spirit as the Orbit is. It's the Silver Lining by Jennifer Steinglass. Everybody knows Jennifer Steinglass, but I really specifically like this one. And it reminds the Orbit. So I would probably choose one or the other. I would probably not do both. That was published in January 2020. And the suggested yarn is Mayak, Baby Yak Medium. So that's worsted, 20 stitches and 28 rows. Could use DK. US 4, 3.5 millimeter, US 5, 3.75 millimeter. Circular yoke in the round. 50% off pattern sale. Ooh. Silver Lining is worked from the top down seamlessly and in the round. Simple geometric shapes on the yoke create a mirror image, and the motif sequence are rhythmic and meditative as you work. Definitely 2 colors per row. Yes. 2,475 projects. I understand. Now look at this. Oh, look. Is that a bead or is it just a little... Might be a little bead that she added there. I love it. And the... Wow, is it dark gray or green? Look at that, guys. I mean... Yes. Yes, and yes. Okay, so we're 4. How much do I have in total? 5, 10, I have 11. All right, so the next one is called Lico Sweater by Florence Sperling. As Florence Sperling is Florence Knits, I think. She has a YouTube channel. She does beautiful, beautiful things. She published this September 2023, and she made it with Biche Bûche, Le Petit Lambswool, which I carry in my store. And so it's fingering, 22.5 stitches and 37 rows for the gauge. She used US 4 and US 2, so 3.5 for the main body, 2.75 for the collar and the cuffs. Circular yoke in the round, Estonian braid, short rows, video tutorial, which always is nice. It has been made... Oh, it doesn't say how many times it has been made. It says that 50 projects, 50 times. Look how beautiful. So the floats are, I mean, the design is probably achieved by slip stitching and floats, but on the, instead of the floats being on the wrong side, they're on the right side. I love that. Love that 3D texture on it. Love the choice of color. Biche Bûche is such a beautiful yarn too, so I like the fact that it's short rows. You can always add short sleeves, sorry. You can always add, make longer, 3/4 or a long sleeve. That's super easy to modify. Yes. There's something about those 3D wrong side, right side float that talk to me. Love it. I made shawl with Newton yarn that I held double with mohair, which had floats like that, and I can't remember the name of it, but I'll put it here and I'll put a picture of it, which I loved. So it's really fun to make. Okay, moving along, guys, moving along. Okay, so this is a bundle of 3 things that I want to make, and it's called the Trondheim mitten, cowl, and hat. Let me show you the mitten. No, let me show you all of them together. No, let me show you the cowl first. So the Trondheim Cowl, which is by Sophia Capel, and it was published in February 2020, and it is color work. She uses Rauma Gammelseri. So Rauma Gammelseri, which is a Nordic yarn, and it's a fingering one, so you could 100% wool. You could use any biche would be beautiful in that too, but I can see that with Tuku wool or with in host yarn super soft. I could see that also in the colorwork one, that is Spindrift from Jameson of Scotland or Shetland. During my visit in Trondheim 2018, I was enchanted by the beautiful old town and the old houses by the river Nidelva. I designed the Trondheim mittens. I think she's from Norway, but I'm not sure. In February 2020, I had the opportunity to go back to Trondheim, and when planning for the trip, I designed a hat and a cowl to coordinate with my Trondheim mittens. This is the pattern for the cowl. The mittens and the hats are available, and I want to do the set with my Trondheim mitten. How many people made that? Ooh, a lot. 3,248 projects. Here she is. She has a YouTube channel, which is lovely. Does she talk Swedish or, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Sophia, I can't remember. But I know that her aesthetic is amazing, and I think she just came out with a book. So hopefully she will publish that book in English soon, because yeah. And go and check her channel. I will put the link down below because it's really beautiful. Even if you don't understand, you put the caption on. Okay, so this is the cowl. Now let me show you the three of them together. Here you go. So you see, so you have the hat and the cowl here. And I want to do the hat. Look at those little houses. Isn't it darling? Oh, so beautiful. And I love her choice of color. Oof, so beautiful. I don't know, this year I'm very much into color work. Look, here are the mittens, and yeah, so you see, you have the color work, and then you have the little houses. Too much. In love, totally in love. All right, next one, which might be the first one who knows? It's Alisum Sweater by Tomori Yoshimoto. Alisum Sweater by Tomori Yoshimoto. She's a Japanese designer. It was published in February 2023. And she uses Isel Yarn Alpaca 3, which is a DK yarn. 18 stitches and 26 rows. US 10 and US 8. Yes! And 6mm, 5mm, so that might go, it's a yoke, it's a circular yoke. The yoke goes pretty low, and that is, I think, why I'm hesitating to make it, but I still think it's just so beautiful. I love the color work. I love the fact that all those flowers are different, as if they're like just falling from the tree on a spring day. I'll show you all the pictures of the different ones. Look at the brown and the pink. Stunning. Oh, and the black and the pink. Look at all the different ways. Oh my gosh. And the teal and the beige. They are all stunning. Look. Oh. Every time I see one, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do that color. No, I want to do this color. How many projects on Ravelry of this beauty? 754 projects. Wow, so all the sweaters that I chose are very popular, huh? So it says oversized, photo tutorial, positive heat, is top down, also worked flat. So I think what I've heard for this is that you do have short rows while doing color work, and also color work on the wrong side and purling. And I think that I wanted to get a little better with my color work in knitting before I tried it, but I think I might be ready, so I can see making this. I would love to have that in my wardrobe. Anything else I omitted to tell you? No. And then, oh, the next one, I think I even have the yarn for that. Yep, I do. It is the, and I don't know how you pronounce it, Isel, Ixchel, Ixchel by Catherine Clark. And it was published in Pom Pom Quarterly, issue 26, autumn 2018, Brooklyn General Store. I think they have kits for it still. Not 100% sure, but go to the Brooklyn General Store website and check it out. They always have a lot of nice kits there. They use Magpie Fiber Swanky Sock, which is a fingering, 26 stitches and 34 row. For the gauge, they used US 4 millimeter, 3.5. I mean US 4 3.5 millimeter, US 2 2.75 millimeter. This was made 792 times. It is top down, yes, in the round. I mean, this is so me. I am so loving all the whimsical tarot-like designs. The funny thing is that I'm not into tarot cards. I'm not into astrology. I just love everything that has the moon and stars, and I love skulls too. So things with skulls. This is so cool. I mean, I would feel so cool if I was wearing this. I mean, you can see that she does too. And she is. And she looks so cool. And look, yeah. Look at the attitude. I love it. Love it, love it. And I love the colors that they chose. I don't think I would choose another color. Do you know what would be cool though? What would be really cool is some changing color, like gradient. Not fast changing color, very slow changing color gradient for the motif, for the designs. See? In love. In love. Okay. And the last one for you today is, and again, I also have the yarn for it. It's very intimidating to me. It's the Noctu Day. And again, pronunciation. It's Catherine Clark too. I didn't even know this. So Noctu Day by Catherine Clark, published in Brooklyn General Store in December 2020. They use spin cycle yarn dyed in the wool. Here you go for the color work. And Tuku wool fingering, which I love. Carry it in my store too. And Skydance fibers Ursa Minor. Fingering, 26 stitch and 28 rows gauge. US 4 3.5 millimeter and US 3 3.25 millimeter. And it's a circular, it's as the one before, as the precedent one that we just saw. It's color work all around, in the sleeves, all around the body. It's intense. But this one reminds me of, it's like having tattoos all over your sweater. Oh, and the butterfly and the heart and the spin cycle yarn and the popping of the color on the beige base. See how excited I'm getting? Yes, again, I would feel so cool wearing that. I have to make it. I have to make it, guys. No, not have to. I want to make it. 92 projects. Wow, I would think there would be more. It's such an amazing sweater. And yeah, so yeah, I have Tuku wool. I have spin cycle. I think, if I remember properly, got a kit from the Brooklyn General Store when it came out. Oh, yeah. All right, that's it, guys. This is my dream lists of things that I would love to do in the future. Maybe this year, maybe the next 10 years, who cares? But those are the ones that have my heart, and I wanted to share it with you. What is your dream list? What is the one thing that has been intimidating you and you've been wanting to do it? Maybe this year is the year for you to try. I mean, if we don't try it, we won't know, right? Right? Anyway, I hope you're doing well, and I will see you next time for another little hangout. In the meantime, happy knitting, happy crochet, happy spinning, happy weaving, happy whatever you're doing. Bye. No. And I'm too close. No. I'm very red today and shiny. Shiny. So I